Hello team, welcome to another edition of Workout Prep. This is our second Tuesday lockdown workout session for you, so I just want to give you a bit of a briefing, give you an idea for a warm-up and just set you up so that if you're going to do this on your own or maybe with a friend outside, you know what you're doing. 20-minute AMRAP on the cards for today. One round through your AMRAP is going to be 48 double unders, 24 air squats, and you've got 12 press-ups, and then 6 reps of either strict pull-ups, body rows, which could be done sort of hanging off the edge of the table or something like that, or you could do 6 single arm rows on each side. So just bear in mind for that last part, if you are going to go for a single arm row variation, we're looking for 6 reps on each side rather than 6 in total. The aim of this workout is to give you a chance to get your heart rate up a little bit with the skipping that's in there, and then we've also got those bodyweight exercises in just to sort of challenge you a little bit more on the strength side of things. In terms of the scaling or the approach for the workout, particularly thinking towards the double unders at the start here, how you scale them is going to be mainly dictated by how comfortable you are with double unders. It might be that you can just bash out 48 double unders every round and you can do that in 2 or 3 sets, and if that's the case, perfect, go for it, back yourself, that'll give you a good challenging workout. If you're looking at 48 and you're thinking, that's going to take me quite a lot of sets, or that's really going to knock me out over the course of the workout, then I would maybe go for a smaller number. You could always go for, 20, 25, 30 reps, instead of necessarily going for a full 48 each round. So you do have that option in there. The other option would be, if you've got a couple of double unders in the tank, but you're not that comfortable within that, you could split singles and doubles. So you could set a target of 5 double unders or 10 double unders every round, and then once you've touched that, you can then fill the rest of the reps in as single unders. And the main thing we want with that is just to keep you moving and not get you to a point where you're doing 2 or 3 reps, resting for 30 seconds, 2 or 3 reps, resting for 30 seconds, and you're never able to move continuously enough to actually get your heart rate up in the first place. That's the main thing we're looking for there. You could also obviously scale them to single unders and just do single unders. If you're comfortable with single unders, double the reps. If you're not that comfortable with single unders, go slightly lower than that. But like I say, main message there is that we want to try and keep you moving on the skipping. On the air squats, we just want consistency of technique. Remember, we're looking for you to squat as low as you can without compromising your position. So, for example, if I can squat to here with a good position, but if I go below that, I lose my position, we would only want you to squat to a position where you don't have to compromise, say like your back or the balance on your feet or anything like that. So we're looking for you to be nice and balanced at the feet, so not all the way on the heels or on the toes, nice straight back, and get as low as you can within those sort of parameters, if you like. And with there being 24 each time, just consistent as you go along. With the press-ups, they can be done from your knees or from a full position, so you can do your full press-up, set up like this, arms straight, chest touches the floor, back to arms straight at the top, or you can bring the knees down and do pretty much the same thing, just with your knees on the floor. And remember, you do have the option for combination there as well. Could be 6 from your knees, 6 full ones, or 8 and 4, or whatever you fancy, as long as you can do the maths. That's the main thing. With those rows in there, if you've got a bar, go for it. You can go for some strict pull-ups and get a good strength workout out of that. The body rows you could do off the edge of the table if you've got space to set that up, or you could do single arm rows potentially. If you should have a weight of some kind available to you, whether it's a dumbbell or a kettlebell or something like that, and with those single arm rows, you'd be set up in a split position and just pulling the weight up towards you like that. Mentioned before, we want you to pull the shoulder back at the top of the rep, so you're not finishing with the shoulder roll forward, but you're able to pull it right back at the top there and work that sort of back area of the shoulder. That's the main technical point we're looking for there. Even if you're rowing on 2 arms, it's the same idea, and we're looking to try and squeeze the shoulders together at the top of each rep and really get a good bit of movement out of them each time. The only other thing I'd mention with this is if you don't have a rope available to you, or you don't necessarily have the space to be able to skip, I would probably either change that to burpees or running. I would do either 12 to 15 burpees, depending on how comfortable you are with burpees and how much you want to do them. Or you could do sort of 150 to 200 metre run, and they would be good alternatives to throw in there if you don't have the space or the equipment to do the double unders. But everything else I imagine you guys will be alright with. Thinking about a warm-up. I've written one out on the board here, so if you want to pause the video and just maybe take a screenshot of that, you can do. That's the first part of the warm-up in there. So that first part that I've got in there is 3 rounds where you're going to do a set of single unders. I've not specified a number of reps. It just wants to be a set that's going to get you moving and get your heart rate up a little bit, essentially. Once you've done your single unders, you're going to do a set of 10 pull-side squats. So it's going to be you set up feet wide like this, 5 to each side, and you're just squatting down to the side. You're trying to keep this leg straight so we can get a decent bit of stretch through the inside of the thigh, but you can keep working the legs as well. So do 5 on each side of them, and then you'll do a set of 10 scat press-ups. So they can be from here or from here, and we're just looking for you to squeeze the shoulders together and then press them apart on the way up. So you do 10 of them as well, and that'll be 1 round. And you'll go 3 times through that. Once you've got that out of the way, we just want to get you into the actual full reps that are in there. So we'll start off with some scat pulls. That can be from a single arm and just pulling back and forth from the shoulder with the arm staying straight. We could do it with 2 arms, or you could do it as a scat pull-up hanging from a bar. And then from there, I'd like 5 reps on each side of your full pull. Or if it's a body row or a pull-up, maybe 5 reps or whatever the full rep is in there. Once you've got that out of the way, we're looking for a set of 10 air squats, just to practice the technique a little bit. It's the same as what we said before, 10 good solid reps, like that. And then I'd like a set of 3 to 5 press-ups of whatever variation you're going to do in the workout. It's like showing you before, full, down to the floor and back out, or it could be from your knees. So 3 to 5 reps of them. Once you had to go through all of them, you should feel pretty sort of physically ready to get stuck into this, and hopefully it's got your heart rate up a little bit, particularly with the 3 rounds that you've done at the start. If you need to, you can always do a little bit of double under practice before you start, but I mean, you're going to have 20 minutes to practice them anyway, so it depends how much you want to get in there. But the main thing is just make sure that you've sort of had a go at the movements in there and you've got a clear idea of what you're aiming for in the double unders. You don't want to sort of start and just play it by ear. Try and sort of set out with a bit of plan on the double unders, I'd say. That's everything I wanted to cover sort of generally with these, but if anyone does have any more specific questions about any aspects of the workout or sort of scaling things and equipment things that are specific to them as individuals, then please get in touch with either me or one of the other coaches, and we can give you more specific advice than what I've gone over there, because I appreciate obviously what I've gone over there is pretty general. Okay, but otherwise, enjoy your workouts, stay massive, and I'll see you next week.